Light bearers, I see you shining. I see you. It's your boy Lone Star. In this video, I would like to discuss aggression. Now, as a man, you're naturally more aggressive than your counterparts, than the opposite sex, than females. It's just a male trait. It stems from testosterone, which is the male hormone, which is produced, you guessed it, by your balls. You know what I mean? Aggression isn't a bad thing in itself. And aggression, just like sexual energy, can be transmuted and put to better use. But you have to be careful with aggression, anger, because it takes just one outburst, one moment of you flying off the handle to completely unravel years of hard work. I'm somebody that appreciates stoicism. I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with stoicism. I don't know if you've ever read Stoic quotes, but I like the philosophy. I believe that a Stoic mindset can help a man be successful in this world, especially in today's day and age where most men are starting to vent more and bleed all over the place like women. And that's no disrespect to women, but like I said, I believe in the natural order of things. Dogs bark, cats meow. Water's wet, sky's blue. Forget about it. We as men, okay, we're supposed to be strong, fortified, in control. Now, I know that there's opinions out there that say, hey, that's toxic. That's toxic masculinity. I disagree. Think about it like this. A woman, okay, usually women are more emotional than men. They're all over the place, constantly fluctuating. She has chaos on the inside of her, and what she wants is someone who's strong to grab hold of during a storm for support and security. And if you're all over the place with her, maybe at first that might create, rapport and something in common, but then you're both just in a storm and it's going to be a disaster. Well, what does this have to do with aggression? Aggression is a human emotion, okay? Anger is a human emotion. And if it's not checked, it could destroy your life. It really could. Now, I know what I'm talking about. I got fury tatted on my neck. All right? Fury is the most extreme form of anger. You got anger, and then you got fury. This is back when I was younger, all right? Teenager. I've grown since then. I've learned from mistakes and from experiences, and I would like to share what I've learned with y'all, so hopefully you don't make some of the mistakes that I've made. Isn't that why we go through what we go through? That's why I say iron sharpens iron. So, as a man, it's only natural to have aggression, and it's not necessarily a bad thing. Jordan Peterson, okay, a very smart, intelligent man, a psychologist. He said, you don't want to be harmless in this world. On the contrary, you want to be a monster. Especially as a man, you want to be a monster. You want to be dangerous, but you want to have self-control. It's better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener on the battlefield. And what that means is you can be strong and dangerous and still be capable of compassion and kindness. It's better to be a dangerous man with self-control than a weak person who's harmless and something pop off and you're not able to defend yourself or others. Okay? I don't know if any of you guys ever seen the movie American Sniper. There was a line in that movie that I really liked, and it was in the beginning of the movie. And American Sniper was having a flashback from when he was a kid, and his little brother was being bullied. And what he did was he intervened. He got on top of the bully and started like wailing him, right? So they're sitting at the dinner table. His dad's there, and his dad takes his belt off and puts it on the table. And his dad says, you got 3 types of people in this world. You got sheep, you got wolves, and you got sheepdogs. Sheep, you know, they like to believe that everything's hunky-dory, that there's no evil in the world. They're the harmless ones, and they're prey. Then you got the wolves. The wolves are bullies, and they pick on the sheep. They pick on the harmless and the defenseless, those that can't defend themselves, the kind-hearted. Then you got the sheepdogs. Now, the sheepdogs were blessed with aggression, and they use this aggression to protect the sheep. They use this aggression to fight the wolves. And I really liked that. And I think as men, this should be our mindset. This should be our heart. Not to try to stifle our aggression, but rather control it and use it for good. Now, again, you have to use discernment, okay? We're not in high school anymore. You know, in high school, you're trying to gain a rep. You know what I mean? Reputation is everything in high school. And so, I don't know about y'all, but me, I got in fights in high school, and I had a reputation. I could hold my own. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to act like, oh, I'm the toughest guy in the world or anything like that, but I could hold my own. And, but see, now that I'm a man, I don't walk around with a chip on my shoulder. I don't, you know, sometimes it's best just to walk away. Walk away. You got to pick and choose your battles, man. You got to pick and choose your battles. If your life isn't in imminent danger, if the lives of your loved ones is not in imminent danger, just walk away. Not everything deserves your response. Even for you family guys out there, you got a family. You know, I got kids myself. You know what I mean? And as a dad, as a man, you would let no one harm your children, right? Win, lose, or draw, don't matter. You're there. And if somebody wants to hurt your kids, they got to go through you. However, depending upon the situation, sometimes it's best to walk away even from that. That's why they have law enforcement. Now, again, if you're standing there and somebody's running trying to attack your kids, by all means, put that person down. Protect your children. Protect your woman. But like, let's say you're at work or something, you come home to some news. Go to law enforcement. Because let me ask you this question. Who are you protecting if you end up in jail? Who's going to watch over your kids if you're locked up? It takes one outburst of anger to unravel years of hard work. One, oh shit, completely erases 1,000. That a boys. The Bible says that a man who has rule over his own spirit is better than the one that takes a city. But a man that don't have rule over his own spirit is like a city broken down without walls. The Bible says, be quick to listen, slow to speak, slow to wrath. The Bible also says in the book of Ecclesiastes that there's a time and season for everything under the sun. There's a time to love, there's a time to hate, there's a time for war, there's a time for peace, there's a time to tear down, there's a time to build up. And we as men, we need to use discernment. We need to be wise in these times, man. There's a war going on attacking masculinity. You know, they're trying to make us docile, trying to cut our balls off. You know, if you cut the balls off a bull, it becomes as docile as a cow. On semen retention, okay, you're going to experience aggression at some point. And it may not even be like a phase, like a window of time where you're aggressive, then it stops. It may come in spurts or whatever. To be completely honest with you guys, I've shared with you my previous streak in 2020 where I went 200 days, no release. I experienced more, for whatever reason, more aggression then than I am now. Like, I really am not experiencing a lot of aggression. I haven't had any outbursts anyways. And I would say as far as this SR journey, man, it's like the worst part about it is the aggression, but it's also like the best part about it. So really it boils down to transmuting your sexual energy and transmuting your aggression. Kobe Bryant, rest in peace, will probably go down as one of the best basketball players who ever lived. Kobe Bryant, though, he had a dark side. He was a very angry man. But he found a way to transmute his anger on the court. And by transmuting his anger, his aggression on the basketball court, man, he was, like I said, probably one of the best. In the beginning, though, it showed, like, remember him and Shaq? Him and Shaq didn't get along at all. And Shaq, I mean, Kobe, he was ready to go down with Shaq. He did not care. He had that kind of aggression. He had balls. In the end, Shaq ended up respecting him for it. But the point I'm trying to make is, if you're somebody that battles with anger, or if you're somebody that's on the semen retention journey and you're noticing, man, I'm flying off the handle a lot more, I'm a little more irritable, don't allow that to cause you to relapse, okay? Do your best to transmute that aggression like you're transmuting your sexual energy. And maybe, and I'm thinking to myself, because, you know, my previous streak, though I went 200 days, I don't think I was doing as good of a job transmuting my sexual energy. I think I'm doing a better job now transmuting it. So maybe if you work on transmuting your sexual energy, you'll have less aggression. But you could transmute aggression in itself, that energy, because anger is an energy. You could transmute that, and here's how. You know, let's say you're on the job, man, and there's a coworker that, you know, you guys are just, he's rubbing you wrong way or whatever. You're butting heads, you're locking heads with somebody. Rather than fly off the handle and potentially lose your job, do or say something you'll regret, transmute that aggression, like acknowledge it's there, acknowledge it's building up, and then go harder. Meaning, it sounds weird, but you can transmute that sexual energy to become more assertive. Like, maintain being professional and up your performance. So you can transmute that aggression to up your performance rather than fly off the handle at that individual. It's passive aggressive, but it works. So, you look, guys, I'm making this video because I know what it's like to be an angry person. We all go through things in life, traumas, people break our trust, they hurt us, and these things can make us angry. But don't be bitter, be better. Don't allow outside circumstances to control you. Realize you don't have control over outside circumstances, but you do have control over your thoughts. And the quality of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts. And so, don't let people get your goat. Don't let nobody get your goat. Some people get off on that, man. There are some people whose objective is to trigger you, especially if they're threatened by you, whether it be a coworker or whatever, because they know that when you explode, you just took an L. So, stay strong on this journey. Don't give up. Keep pressing. Stay focused. And do your best to manage your aggression. Stay strong, warriors. Peace.